about to get started. Hey everybody, I am Chris Beytes from GrowerTalks magazine, and I am at the OFA Short Course, Columbus, Ohio. Been covering the show for a few days, but one of the ways we cover the show is with PR firms that want us to get out and meet their clients. And that works pretty good because they've usually got new products that they want to promote. And I've got one of those PR firms right here, Petal, represented by Joli Hohenstein.
Good morning.
How's it going, Joli? And for full disclosure, you actually used to work for Green Profit magazine, didn't you?
I worked for you, in fact.
That's right. She's gone to the dark side now. Public relations. But Joli, you're going to take us around to a few of your clients where we're going to see some of their new products, right?
Right. We've got 5 stops today, 5 exciting places. We're going to McGregor, and we'll be hitting Emerald Coast Growers.
John Friel's there. Cool.
Right, stand back. Northwest Horticulture, Svensson, and we'll wrap it up at Danziger, an Israeli breeder.
Ooh, sounds like a lot of work. I think we're going to be running around the show. We better get going.
All right, let's do it.
Our first stop here as we walk the show with Joli is McGregor Plant Sales, and I'm here with Kathy McClintock. You're the CEO of this fine company?
Yes, I am.
Now, tell me real briefly, who is McGregor? What's your niche as a broker? You're a smaller broker, right? So what's your niche in your specialty?
Our niche is bringing solutions to growers and leveraging our relationships with breeders and producers to bring solutions to them, to bring them to filter through all the information that they're getting, all the varieties that they're getting, and to bring them, again, solutions.
Yeah, there's a ton of information out there, and growers got to be confused, right? So you kind of try to cut through that stuff?
We try to cut through it and, again, look at things, and we know where the market's going. We see where it's going. We're listening to the growers and everything. And so with that, we can now go to producers and breeders and let them know, because that's the direction that they need also. And then we just marry them together.
Now, you showed me some cool stuff. I mean, talk about leveraging your relationship. Grasses from Turkey, is that right?
Yes. As we were out there, it's always been an area that we thought that could bring value to the market, to the growers in North America. And so as we're out there, we had heard about a producer in Turkey.
Well, let's check them out. We're going over. Jen's got them over here. Tell me about these, Kathy.
This was a producer that's selling 7 million 9-centimeter pots into Europe. And he was looking for distribution in North America. So again, we said, you know what, there's a need, there's a place for it. And what's nice about it is one of the problems with grasses sometimes when you bring them in bare root is the success rate of them all taking. Sometimes it would be between 40-50%. These ones we're finding, we've done trials with them, we're getting very good take, anywhere between 90 to 100% take, which is, again, very important. Not only that, there's some varieties that have been, you can't find in bare root. It's always been very difficult. One, the Carrick's Ice Dance and the Carrick's Evergold. And he's cracked the code on them and has good availability. So again, it's just another option for the customers, and we feel it's going to be very successful.
And you said like 20 to 30 varieties that you'll be carrying from?
30 varieties, and now that we know we have a good source who's cracked the code on production of them, now we can start looking with the breeders of varieties to now bring to him to then offer them into the market.
Gotcha. Now, Kathy, I've got to ask one question. A couple weeks ago, the relationship you had with your longtime perennial supplier, Florexpo, ended.
Yeah.
That was just 2 weeks ago. You said you've already kind of filled in the gap there. What'd you do?
Yeah, what we did is moved very quick. Again, being smaller, there's some advantages, and again, I equate it to being a speedboat. And so we moved very quickly with other producers, negotiating pricing and so on. And we've created a great sales tool that our customers will be seeing, which is by variety. They'll see the different sources, they'll see the price, they'll see them all from all the different sources, so you don't have to look at this price list and this price list and this price list. I've already got 3 of them up on the web for ordering. The next step will be bringing in the live availability from them.
What's the URL for that?
www.McGregorPlantSales.com.
Very cool. We'll try to put that across the screen somewhere right here, maybe. Anyway, thanks, Kathy, and good luck this next season.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Next stop on our marketing tour is Emerald Coast Growers, who's pretty well known for grasses, but we're going to find out they do a lot more now. And to explain that is John Friel, their marketing manager, Green Profit columnist. Frielster, nice to see you, bud.
Nice to see you again, as usual.
Now, I think of you as a grasses company, as most people do, but you've introduced a big new line of perennials, right?
Well, perennials aren't brand new to us. We've been doing perennials for several years. But yeah, most people know us as a grass company because that's how Emerald Coast was founded. That's our signature crop, and it's still the engine that drives the train. We've got acres and acres of grasses in Pensacola, Florida, and some of the cooler seasons in our Pennsylvania location, which is a much smaller. But you're right, we are launching a brand new, much stronger emphasis on perennials.
How many varieties? 140, something like that?
We've added 140 new varieties to our already rather lengthy line of perennials this year. No, I'm sorry, take that back. We've added 140 new varieties to our catalog, and about 120 of those are perennials. The new grasses are by far in the minority.
And right behind videographer Jen Zerko, this is the one you said you were kind of most excited about, or chuffed about, as they say in England. Tell me about these. This is a pretty cool deal you got.
Yes, I'm really pumped. The sedums from Terra Nova. Emerald Coast is the first licensee to propagate Terra Nova's exclusive sedum varieties. They are really hot-looking plants. I've been to Terra Nova's trials. I've seen them growing in the field, and they're just excellent product. They're phenomenal, sturdy perennials.
We've got two of them here. What are we looking at here? This pretty kind of fuchsia-colored one?
Yeah, that one is Pool Party. There's the Party Hardy series. And
Pool Party.
Yeah, Pool Party. There's also Beach Party. And I love these containers.
The giant teacups there you've got.
Our customer grower lady, Pamela, designs all the mixed containers in here.
And there's 9 total new Euchers, is that correct?
Yes.
And this is, we're talking Terra Nova like the Dan Himes of Euchera fame.
That's the guy. Yeah, when you think Terra Nova, well, okay. New lessons here. When you think Emerald Coast, you think grasses, and that's only part of the picture. When you think Terra Nova, maybe you think Euchera. That's only part of the picture. They've got a lot of great stuff. They are very good breeders. Their echinaceas are going to really take off. They're beautiful things. Like I said, I've been to their trials. I'm really impressed by their breeding. If you saw the stuff they throw away, it would break your heart.
Really? And you've got the exclusive. Emerald Coast has the exclusive on these.
We are at the moment the only licensee. I'm not saying we'll always be the only one, but right now.
Very cool. Now, speaking of grasses,
availability in the spring.
Get your order in now. Speaking of grasses, John, you've got a new line of flowering annual grasses, and Jen's looking at one of those right now. What's that? Tell us about them.
Jen is shooting what has probably stopped more traffic than anything else in this aisle this year. That fizzy thing there is Panicum elegans Frosted Explosion.
I used to eat those for breakfast as a kid.
That's how Mikey died, isn't it?
Anyway, Frosted Explosion, cool name. That's a lot of fun. Tell us.
It's a great pot plant. Bear in mind, it's one of 6 annual grasses that are sold as to be a flowering pot. A quick finish. Order them by October 1st. We will deliver them in early March in a 128, and they will take off. I don't think it should take any more than 6 or 8 weeks to fill a 5 or 6 inch pot and have a beautiful flowering container.
And they're low cost too, right? As a 128?
Cost 56 cents in a 128.
All right, and you
put on that 5 or 6 inch pot is pretty minimal.
I think that would make a great, spike replacement in a mixed combo.
It's a good way to keep your price points down in a product.
John, thank you very much. Thanks for all you do in Green Profit Magazine, and good luck with all the new products here at Emerald Coast.
Well, thank you, Chris. Thanks for stopping by. A pleasure.
Hey, we're now at Northwest Horticulture, where we're with Peggy Shaw, the Grower Sales Program Manager, also known as Princess of Quite a Lot.
Yes, thank you.
You didn't want that brought up.
Not really.
But you've got quite a few new things here at Northwest Horticulture. 11 new categories of plants, but 2 of them you're specifically excited about.
Very. We have the Piccolino, the Echinacea Piccolino. Whoop, I'll try not to wiggle it around.
And we're having to actually show you a piece of paper because the plants are so new you weren't able to get any of them here, unfortunately.
Exactly.
All right, let's talk about this one. This is a dwarf rudbeckia called Little Gold Star.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
It is genetically changed, or almost genetically bred, that's the word I'm looking for, to be dwarf. So it
Like how tall?
12, 14 inches tall. It makes it easy to sell, easy to ship, nice for pots on your patio, nice for the consumer, good to be for the growers.
And bred by the same person who bred Goldstrom.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Rebecca Goldstrom.
Yes.
Now the other side, hold this one up here. This one's cool too. Introducing the world's hottest new echinacea, Piccolino. And yes. But you can judge from the name, Piccolina, it's got to be a small one, right?
Yes.
Compact. How compact is this little echinacea?
Pretty much the same as the little gold star, 10, 12, 14 inches tall is how it finishes, as opposed to the several feet tall with the other echinaceas.
And double flowers,
Double
too.
flower.
You get that? It looks like a pretty, and small flowers, like 2 inches or something like
Yes.
that, you said?
Yes. Nice, pretty flowers, double. A little bit fragrant, but especially pretty for potted plants again.
Very
Same.
cool. And we've got one more new one. In fact, what's weird is this is the newest of all. It's only 2 days old in your program, but you actually have the plants here on this one. I'm glad to see.
Yeah.
No worries about the other, but this is a new campanula called Royal Blue. Tell us about
Yes,
it.
it's a Portenslogiana is the species, and it's a zone 3.
Portenslogiana?
Portenslogiana. I know, I like saying it. It's fun to say.
Campanula Portenslogiana Royal Blue.
Yes.
A Danish potted plant that's
Yes.
been kind of pulled out of the line and for the landscape, basically.
Absolutely. Exactly.
And zone 3, in fact.
Very
Which is
hardy.
Beautiful. So that would make, I think, both a good potted plant as well as a nice landscape plant.
Yes.
And some nice new things from Northwest Horticulture.
We're excited about our new products this year. Very excited. Happy.
Very nice. Well, thank you very much, Peggy. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Bye.
Svensson, our next stop, and I'm here with Kurt Parpst, who is a runner extraordinaire. Kurt, what was your last 5K time?
Yeah, I don't run 5K.
Marathons?
Yeah.
Halves?
No, I don't want to embarrass myself.
Oh, he's a good runner, just leave it at that. But we're not here to talk about running. We're here to talk about curtain systems and technically, or specifically, a brand new fabric you guys have out called Harmony. Tell us what Harmony is.
Harmony is it's a curtain material that diffuses the light, and it's in response to some research that showed some nice productivity and quality improvements by having diffused light, and so now we've incorporated it with a new film into greenhouse climate screens.
Yeah, so it's sometimes it's not about getting as much sun to the plant as possible. You want to diffuse the light to kind of cool the crop a little bit, shade the greenhouse. But diffusing the light, you say, and research has proved, actually gives you better quality either flowers or fruit than just standard shade, right?
Yeah, if you think about light quality, this is just a light distribution change. Rather than having direct light coming in, which can create shadows, this scatters the light so it more evenly spreads the light over the plant.
All right, now that's kind of hard to understand. We're almost going to get scientific here, but you've got this cool box here that's going to show us what you're talking about. So run the demo here for us.
Simply a light box that has a light source, a lamp in the top, and we have a petrified leaf here that we're creating a shadow with. And this is a standard aluminum 70% shade cloth, and we'll drop this in between the leaf and the lamp, and you can still see that we still have a shadow beneath. So this is a material that's all these Harmony films. It's complete white films which scatter the light. So if we drop that in, the light's scattered so that it finds its way underneath the plant. Now that's the
So that's
shadow
still 70% shade.
That's right, 70% shade, but it obscures the shadow with the exception of the one from your microphone here.
Sorry about that, plant. But and so you say that's really good for, say, a second level curtain system, a second layer.
Yeah, because it's an all polyester film, it's not as energy saving as an aluminum foil is. So as a second curtain, primarily for shading, you would draw them both at night for higher energy savings, but then use it during the day when you have too intense sunlight when you want to shade.
All right, you say like cut flower growers are liking this, and also some of the vegetable growers.
Yeah, potted and cut flower growers, and also vegetable growers that are using whitewash or trying to get away from the whitewashing practice by using this during the middle of the day when they need shade. But a challenge with permanent shading is putting it on too early and then having dark periods where you wish that it was taken off, and it's not so easy to remove that. So by putting it into a movable system, they get the advantage early in the spring when they are emerging from dark days, and then also in the summer when it's too warm.
So we can all have harmony in our greenhouse.
The idea.
Thanks, Kurt. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Chris.
I have come all the way to Israel to show you the next varieties. Actually, I'm still at OFA, but we're at Danziger Dan Flower Farm, which is an Israeli company, and I'm here with the lovely Reese Witherspoon. No, it's really Reese Kika who is with Danziger, and you've got a really cool variety here, but you don't have it in the booth. Why not?
No, it's a new crop called Automeria, and this is a crop that's really meant for south. Okay, the deep south, dry conditions, hot, sun-loving.
You said hot 49 times to me as we look at this thing, Reese.
Yeah, and I need to stress that because that's the only place that's going to grow and perform. It is really a plant designed for landscapes in mass plantings, high-profile areas.
But it's a pretty little plant, but it likes it hot, you said.
That's right, and it'll become mounding, so it needs to be in a dense planting. It's a mounded habit.
So good for Florida growers, Texas growers, but I think you said, for summertime growing, pretty much anywhere in the country, as long as it's hot.
And late summer.
Late summer, so don't try starting it in April, in other words.
Not at all.
All right, now that's cool it's not here, but wait a minute. You've got some numbered varieties down here. This is not something I usually see at OFA. Generally, you see something, it's already introduced. Tell us about these.
This is a new line of harmonies that it's actually a designer line of New Guinea impatiens. You can see that they all have white centers, some more white, some with more color. It'll eventually be 2 series of designer New Guinea impatiens under the Harmony umbrella. So, and these, you can look for these in 2012.
Not sun harmonies, but these are new harmonies?
Yes, these will be new harmonies in another series.
You have the sun harmonies as well, which are harmonies that'll take the sun, right?
That's right. New Guinea for full sun landscape applications. So, and they're truly New Guineas, so they don't have the seed, as much of the seed genetics into them as New Guineas. So we're very excited about that.
All right, so that's the sun harmonies, but these new numbered ones are new harmonies. Very cool. And then this other thing, the Automeria, likes it hot, right?
That's right.
I think we got that figured out. Hot. Thanks, Reese. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, Chris.